Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to look at a Google extension. That's something we can insert into the Chrome browser that allows us to record, make a screencast of what's going on in that browser. Okay, this extension is called Screencastify. It's very popular, and so let's get to it. First of all, you're going to get to the web store. Now, if your Bookmark Bar is on, it's very easy to get to, and if your Bookmark Bar is not on, once in Chrome, you can go here, Bookmarks, Show Bookmark Bar. You can see mine's checked. If I clicked it again, it would disappear, and that's the state it starts in, but I would highly recommend putting it on. Very useful for storing your favorites or your bookmarks. The first thing on a Bookmarks bar will be this Show Apps icon, and when you get there, the first thing in there should be a link to the web store. However, if you don't want to go through that process, you can always, of course, just do a Google search. Google Web Store. And click the first link that comes up, and you'll be at the same place. Now, once at the web store, you want to search for this extension. It's marked as extensions here, but you can just leave it at the default. It'll find it. Screencastify. If you do that search and it's the first one that comes up, you can see that it gets a 4 out of 5 star rating. And to install this in your Chrome browser, it's very, very simple. You just say add to Chrome. It's going to tell you what it can do, so it can display notifications, communicate with cooperating websites, capture content from your screen. Okay, so if you want to use it, you're going to have to accept that and say add. Take just a second or two. And then you're going to see an icon pop up in the upper right hand corner. It looks like a little film strip, and it says that it has been added to Chrome. Now you can see that I have a bunch of icons. I do use a number of different extensions. But if you want to use this one, you click on it. It's going to give you this message, and it's going to tell you by pressing Alt, Shift, and S will start this extension. So let me try that on my keyboard. Alt, Shift, S. Now the first thing it does is it asks me where I want to store my recordings. Now I could store them locally on my device, so I could download them to my computer, or I could store them directly in my Google Drive. Now, I'm going to make the decision to store these in my Drive, but you're welcome to do either. So when I click Next, it's going to ask me to sign in, and I'm going to sign into the particular Google account that I want to use for this. It's going to tell me now that this has the right to view and manage Google Drive files and folders that you have opened or created with this app. So that seems okay to me. I'm going to say allow. Whenever you're using extensions, you are granting some permissions to off into your Google Drive into that space. But if you want to use the extension, it's necessary to do that. They're asking for a little survey here, so I'm an educator. I'll say college and university. Okay. And that's it for now. Now, if I do click on the icon in the upper corner, I'm now going to get a control set. You can see, because I'm recording, or I'm speaking right now, you can see the microphone is showing that I'm speaking with this green bar. I can click here to, if I want to record system audio also. So if I do this now, it's going to get what's coming from the microphone. But let's say if there was music playing, or if I was recording a game, these things are actually very popular for recording games. If you wanted the system audio, you'd have to check that. The video is telling you what the resolution will be and how long the countdown will be. So, in other words, I'll get 3 seconds to prepare myself before it actually starts. Asking me if I want to show a preview here. And there's also an option here for, it's for recording the desktop so that you can record what's going on your computer. There's also an option over here to upgrade. Now, as with many different applications, this has a light version or a general version that's free to use. Very nice. It's going to limit your video length to 10 minutes, limit you to 50 videos a month, which is a significant amount, and it's going to leave a watermark on here. So Screencastify is going to do their advertising on your video, and that's because you're not paying for it. If you want to pay $2 a month or $24 a year, you have no time limit, unlimited videos, no watermark. You get some crop and trim options, so you can do a little bit of editing on this video itself, and you can export it directly as an MP4 or GIF file. So it's going to give you some extra options as well. So let me close that up. And then I can just say record desktop. Now here's where I can decide whether I want to take a particular application window. So in other words, if I have a couple of things open here, here's a Google Calendar, I could record just this window if I was doing a demo, which is a nice option. Or I could do my entire screen up here. So now I've got, as I move between windows, I'll be able to record those things as well. So let me do that. So you may not have heard that, but there was a countdown, 3, 2, 1. It is now recording this. So I can come to different windows. Let me close them all down. There's my desktop. Stop sharing. So you may not have heard that, but there was a countdown, 3, 2, 1. And then it's going to pop up this recording that I just made. Okay, so now I'm going to get the full recording right here. I'll hear my audio back. I can click on it to start it playing so I can see what it's like. I can click it again to stop it. And you can see that it's uploaded to Google Drive. It was done on this time and date. And it's 2.2 megabytes. Now, if I come to my Google Drive, you'll see that, and I've got this sorted, by the way, by last modified, which is why Screencastify is on top. You can see it's created a folder. If I go into the folder, here's the video. So as I make videos, they'll stack up here. If I go in through this Screencastify window, you'll see the video is right here, and if I had multiple videos, I'd be able to choose from them. And there are a couple of options up at the top. So here's one to actually take it from your Google Drive and to export it as an MP4. And this is going to require you to upgrade. So this is the upgraded version that you would use. You can export as an animated GIF, or you can simply save the video to the disk. And this would allow you, under their format, to download it. Okay, they have some share options. Right now it's being shared through YouTube. I could share on Google Drive, get a shareable link through Google Drive, and I can change the permissions on here to make it either private. Right now, even if I share it, people aren't going to be able to do too much with it, but I can make it unlisted or public, and you can see that I can do that on YouTube as well. There is a trash can, so I can delete this file if I don't like the recording. And there's also an option to crop or trim. So if I click this, it starts to play. But you can see that I can drag this. Well, unfortunately, it starts automatically. I can drag these scissors in from either side. That would allow me to edit the video in a simple way. Just cut the edges off it, and I can also take and draw a box on here and get a smaller piece of the video. So if I've recorded the whole screen, but I decide I only want a piece, you'll notice that these features also require the upgrade. So basically, without the upgrade, you're going to, get the basic video, whatever you record. It's kind of a one-take thing. But it's a useful tool. it's a useful tool and a very popular one at that. So I hope you find a use for it.